Hey, how good was Australian Story tonight? If you're like me, you were touched by the women, by Susan and Stephen and their act of radical generosity. But if you're also like me, you're wondering, is it that easy? And what about counsel? Well, I have good news for you because my wife, Shannon, has a podcast that you can listen to called Candid Tiny House. And what she did was she documented the success that we had in Mount Alexander Shire, getting a Victorian council, a shire, to go from what was a rather hostile local law towards tiny houses on wheels to a very positive and one of the best and most supportive um, regulations around tiny houses on wheels that there is today. I mean, it's not perfect, but if you're looking for a how to get your council to be supportive of tiny houses on wheels, it's been done. And the how to, you could even send this podcast to your mayor. You wouldn't be the first one to do it because people have done that. And there are councils out there looking at what happened in Mount Alexander Shire and trying to get it to be applied and get all the factors that come to play to get real change that supports tiny house living. So if you feel inspired by Australian Story, as I do, there is more that you can do to try and get a movement going where it's not just about big expensive houses of which, even when you have grants, you just don't get that much bang for your buck, but you get a lot of bang for your buck with a tiny house, that it's going to be 150,000. If we had people like Susan and Stephen or government putting in essentially what Susan and Stephen did give, we could start to turn the tide here. So watch the story, be inspired as I have, and then go listen to Candid Tiny House, the Advocacy season. That's season 2. Thanks to Shannon for that.